So rumor has it, Pete, do you happen to remember what happened 20 years ago this month? Maybe this week in particular?
Actually, it was 20 years ago yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
I was thinking that when I was here at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I know,
last
as
night.
we both were.
Yeah, 20 years ago yesterday was my first broadcast here on WFAA.
So we are celebrating 2 decades of Pete Delkus here at WFAA.
Kind of
Congratulations.
Kind of the booby prize for everyone here in North Texas. 20 years of me. Who would have guessed I would have lasted this long?
You know what, but we're thrilled. And I have to say, I've been here for 13 of those years, and just what an absolute joy it is to have you.
Well, you're very sweet.
And you
I
come into
appreciate
North
that.
Texas homes. You are loved in North Texas, and people rely on you. People know you know your stuff. You're not, trying to get them to click on something. You're telling them the truth, and you keep it real, and you keep it easy to understand.
Well, these are my family. My family's here, my friends are here, so you got to be honest.
Okay, and you just said some friends are here. Do you remember the old show, This Is Your Life?
I do remember that show. I am unfortunately old enough. I do remember that show. Yeah.
I remember it from reruns. So this week,
you have a big birthday coming up, but it's a decade less than me. I do know that.
It's here. It's here. Yeah. So this week we are just reminding you of your importance to the North Texas community, sharing some fun stories, and you're surprised. You have no idea what's about to happen.
I know someone's here. I don't know who the someone is.
Yep.
I know someone's here that's not a TV person, but I don't know who that someone is.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and reveal who's here. Come on out, guys. And I said guys plural because it's someone's.
Oh my
These
gosh.
are your best buddies from the Dallas Bourbon Club in Park City's Quail.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Look
Pete.
at this group of folks coming on out.
Hey,
Okay,
guys.
y'all come on around. Come on. Let's bring some of you to the other side. Stand over here by
We
Pete.
have some Blantons over here.
This is exciting, huh?
Well, it is, yes.
All right,
this old
So what do you think, Pete?
What do you know, man?
So tell us who some of these folks are.
These are my buddies from the Bourbon Club, Park City's Quail.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just great. Joey C, how are you?
Can you guys see the smile on Pete's face?
Congratulations, 20 years.
These are guys that have changed my life.
Oh.
Truly, all of you guys have changed my life. It's in different ways, and it's so special. I don't even know what to say. I'm just shocked that you guys are all here.
That's so
but
wonderful.
it's so special that you guys are here. From the first time that we met, I just think of all the fun things and the life experiences that we've all had together. It's just it's really, really nice.
Well, surely somebody's got a story they can share because, I mean, everybody wants to know the scoop on what Pete's like when he's not on TV.
Well, it depends on how much it has.
Not a story, but a cheers, a thank you. 20 years at the station, 20 years of low pressure systems, keeping North Texas safe from those bomb cyclones. Thank you for all your support to the Dallas Bourbon Club as well. We know you love Blantons. So cheers, Pete. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Look at
I
this,
appreciate
Pete.
that.
Shall
Even
we
brought
crack
my
it
man
open?
Dustin here too.
Pete, I was talking with these guys earlier, and I realized you're the only person that I know that can talk about high humidity and high-proof bourbon at the same time. I think that's something to be really proud of. So,
Well, thank you,
cheers
Dustin.
to that.
I've worked on that. Are you guys all mic'd up?
No, just the three of us.
Everyone has had
all right.
mics.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. So I met Joe right after I moved here. So
Right,
you moved
20
here
years
from
ago.
California,
Yeah.
Newport Beach, if I
Right.
remember
Come on up, Joe.
correctly.
Come on up here, yeah.
And I was looking for a group of people to hang out with. I had no friends, so I was looking for a group of people to hang out with, and you started Park City's Quail.
Yeah. Well, you were there pretty much the beginning.
Yeah. But
and
you
I
were
didn't-
the beginning.
Well, I didn't know who you were, and when I heard we were going to be working together on this thing, I thought, Hollywood guy. I mean, what's he really? So what I didn't realize how authentic you are. I mean, when you said I have 3 Brittany Spaniels and I hunt X number of days a year, and I said, well, maybe he's going to be a worker. And put his shoulder to the wheel, but you've helped us raise $30 million for wildlife conservation in Texas
that's
in the last
amazing.
20 years. And he's
Congratulations.
he's got this magnetism. He brings people together. He makes them feel comfortable.
It's true.
He holds their attention for 3-4 hours at a time.
With a bunch of guys that are drinking.
They're drinking and rowdy guys that love to talk. But he's a family man. He'll leave the station drive home for dinner,
Yeah.
come back to be with his family.
Yeah.
And he's authentic. You know, if you need a friend, he's there for you.
Yeah.
And I tell you, he works really hard. And I'm not just talking about his hair. He works hard. He works hard. Everything he does, he's all in. And I'll tell you, the only thing is we have him at 5, 6, 10, and now 8:30. I'm just
8:30?
wondering,
Is it? I mean, what a
what are you
bonus.
going to do between 6:30 and 8:30? I think you ought to get a game show.
I agree with that. Let's do it.
What's
Let's do it
funny,
on TV.
I always had a dream. I wanted to be two things. Number one was I wanted to be a country singer like George Strait. By the way, George and Joe share a birthday. The other thing that I
You just
truly
had a birthday
10
then.
years apart.
the other thing I really wanted to do, I always wanted to be a game show host. I'm not kidding.
I bet you'd be
And
great.
I know sometimes at home you think this guy is like a game show host. So
Yeah.
I really do. That would be so much fun to do.
And
that.
I'm thinking Jeopardy's not
No.
your game.
No,
Maybe
no.
Family
You
Feud.
better be careful because you're planting ideas in our manager's ears right now as you're
well, yeah.
saying
Well,
that.
there is
Ways
some of
to
that.
fill that time
Yeah.
between 6:30 and
There is some of
8:30.
that.
But you know,
you
when you meet a guy like that, you think there's no way he can be that nice, that fun, that great,
Yeah.
and good athlete,
Yeah.
wonderful shot with a shotgun. And I just wanted to hate him, but I can't hate him because he's just so likable
It's
and
so
he's so
funny
generous with his time.
because I said, hey, somebody's got to have a good story about Pete, what he's really like when he's not on TV.
Same
But guess
guy.
what? The secret is he's the same guy.
Same guy.
It's
And
too-
that's one thing
Well,
I know
that's
about
very
you,
nice.
Pete. You are the same person no matter what you're doing. You are genuine and you work hard and you care.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Life would be much too difficult if I had to be one person on TV and another person off TV. But I think all of these guys have different stories at different times. And maybe there's something that's similar.
Some are
to all of them.
suitable and some are not.
There's a common thread for sure.
tell
Don't
you,
talk
he-
about what we did a couple Saturday nights ago.
He is the most annoying guy for detail, though. If you ever watch him make a sandwich, it's like a heart surgeon. He gets it square to the table. He cuts off the crust, rotates.
Oh my
it, cuts
goodness,
off
I
the
had no
crust,
idea.
Might have a little OCD working here somewhere. Joe and
Don't
I
we all?
and Tyler and Greg have spent a long time together shooting guns and
Staying at cheap
traveling.
hotels.
And staying at cheap. Well, it is the Super 8 in Lewistown, Montana we stay at. So, yeah, we've had a lot of good times. But
Traveled all over.
But
That's
you guys,
wonderful.
this is the group of guys that has truly changed my life. You know, when you get here, like I was saying a moment ago, I got here 20 years ago. They didn't have any friends. You know, I'm the new guy in town. And I love to shoot sporting clays, and I like to go quail hunting and
Yeah.
fly fish and all that. So I'm like, who can I connect with that have, you know, the similar type of lifestyle? And that's when I meet these guys, these four guys. These are my Bourbon Club guys, which everything kind of dovetails together. But I meet Joe, and we strike up this amazing friendship for all these years. I mean, the guy's my best friend. I mean, we just do so much stuff together.
Right.
We travel together. We have
awesome.
fun together. We all make fun of each other. And then through Joe, I meet this whole other network of people that's really just been, it's our friend group.
Sure.
But who would have guessed that 20 years ago that would have happened?
It's been amazing.
And I just think of what's happened to all of us in 20 years, you know? I mean, it's gone fast. It really has,
Well,
but
your
it's been a
authenticity,
blessing.
you're so authentic and you're such a good friend to all of us, and you drop whatever you're doing to help us, and you have. And we really appreciate you and just so proud to be your friend. So,
Well, thank you.
I
That's
know
what
we're
friends do.
incredibly lucky. 20 years of Pete Delkus.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
No, me, I don't know that I would
And
have.
we brought your people in here to celebrate you. Yes. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, Pete and I had a very late night last night. So
We did.
shall we?
Yeah, we did.
for a rainy day.
But you know,
I'm kidding.
It's funny. These four guys, and Phil is the one who introduced me. Phil is a quail hunting friend. Phil is one of the guys who introduced me to these four guys, to introduce me to the Bourbon Club, I think like at the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
I think it might have been at the beginning of the pandemic. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on in the pandemic. You know, because that kills germs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who needs hand sanitizer when you've
one
got
of the
bourbon?
One of the best writers that I have ever met in my life is this guy right here. He writes our Dallas Bourbon Club newsletter. Not often enough, Pete, because it's really, he puts a lot of work into this, but your skill and your ability and the way that you can just weave and tell a story is great. And so when you do that, I know us Bourbon Club guys all enjoy that. So thank you, and more importantly, thank you.
We're
for
always
your
looking for
friendship.
good writers at WFAA, so come join the team.
Sure.
All part of a plan.
Well, it's this is just the beginning, Pete. This is just the beginning of, like I said, kind of a week of This Is Your Life.
Well,
So-
there's alcohol here. I thought for sure Hanson would show up. I don't see him anywhere.
I don't
but
know.
maybe-
He might be among the guests, but I am sworn to secrecy. So.
Well, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, thank you,
Well,
Teresa.
thank you guys so
Yes,
much for
yeah,
being
thank you.
here. Much
Congratulations.
apprecited.
Yeah.
And again, so you're going to tune in all week long at 8:30 to continue to see more of Pete and more of the reasons that we are so thankful and just celebrating 20 years with him. So.
That's awfully nice.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And Pete and I will see you on WFAA at 10 tonight.